Welcome back to another video, and in this video, this is going to be 20 of the best gorilla tag techniques. I'm going to be going from wall running to double walls to almost everything, like normal running and like juking and branching and stuff. So 20 of the best techniques for gorilla tag infection and just straight up competitive. If you want to be competitive, this would be the video for you, and let's get right into the video. For the first 4 techniques, we're going to be starting off with walls. For the first technique, it's going to be wall running. When you're wall running, if you push off the wall just straight up, you'll launch back like that. But if you pull up and then just keep doing that back and forth, you can do it. And if you already know how to do this, a way that you can become much faster a way that you can be faster at this is by fully extending your arm instead of doing this. Instead of just like doing this, because this isn't fast enough. If you got about here, a lava monkey could just like jump and tag you like that. So you want to just like fully extend your arm. For the second skill on walls, we're going to be doing just simple wall running, and yeah. What you're going to want to do is you're going to either put your hand like this or just have it normal. It's fine. And if you look carefully, all of these walls have a slight curve to them. So if you put your hand at the right curve and you hit down at that exact like flat angle on the curve, it'll just take you up. And let's say you're getting chased by a lava monkey and you want to go into wall running. You wouldn't want to go straight into wall running because if you just straight up run up to the wall and then just start doing this, the lava monkey could easily catch up to you because they have a speed boost. Especially the first lava monkey has a greater speed boost, but the more monkeys that are tagged, the speed boost becomes weaker. So like if you're being chased by a lava monkey, you don't just want to go straight into the wall run. You're going to want to push down off of the wall like this to juke the lava monkey if they jump up at you like this. For the third skill on walls, I'm going to be showing Lucioing. When you're Lucioing, it's kind of the same as wall running, except you want to kind of like skip the second time and go for your other hand. And one of the best ways to practice Lucioing is by, if you're left-handed, you're going to want to if you're left-handed, you're going to want to run the walls like this. And then if you're left-handed, you're going to want to practice wall running with your right hand. You're probably going to be a lot worse at wall running with your right hand, like I am a lot worse when wall running with my left hand, but that's because I haven't been practicing my left hand that much. I just kind of go on walls like this. Like, this is the most that I use my left hand when wall running, is just I go back and forth on these walls, and then yeah, and that's about it. So you're going to want to strengthen your other arm and learn how to wall run with your other arm like this, and then eventually you can just get right into that and then just combine the right hand and left-handed wall running together, and you'll have it. For the last skill on walls, I'm going to be showing verticaling. When you're verticaling, you're going to want to put your hand like this. It becomes a lot easier. And when you're verticaling, it's kind of the same thing, except you're going to want your hand to be a little bit more slant so that then you can get a little bit more grip on the wall for verticaling, because if I did the same thing when like normal wall running, you will like slip a lot more. So you want to slant your hand instead of doing this to doing like more, having it like right on the slope, and then you can vert. This is what verting looks like to a beginner. Like I haven't been practicing that well, but I learned a lot of this from like watching a lot of videos, and I would like to give this information to all of you guys. So basically, when you're verting, it's gonna look a lot like just like this, and then if you need to, I slip a lot when I'm right here. Here. Because when I'm verting, I slip a lot here, so I just step and then go back, and then I can start doing it again. For the next skill I'm showing, it's going to be double walls. The first thing that I'm going to show with double walls is just simple going back and forth on them, and then I'll show like more advanced. So when you're doing double walls, you're gonna want to, instead of pushing straight or down, you're gonna want to push up. And if you already know like this and like pushing up like this, and you just want to learn like a faster technique for it, is something that I do, is I just run at the wall and then hit it 4 times, and then just like go up and down. It's a little bit faster than just doing normal wall running, because when you're doing normal wall running, you're just doing this. But then, if you're doing like the more advanced wall running that I just showed you, or double walling, or like double walling that I just showed you, it'll look more like this, and it's a lot faster, and it's a lot harder to tag somebody when they're doing that. For the next technique on walls, I'm gonna be showing elevator climbing. So when you're elevator climbing, it's just gonna look a lot like this to you. But then, when you go and then when you come to it, so normal elevator climbing is just gonna look like this to you. But when you get more into it, you have no idea what my hand behind the wall is doing. So I'm going to try to show you that real quick. When I'm on the other side of the walls, like I have my hand here, I just flick my hand like this, in this motion right here, and then and you just keep doing this consistently until you get to the top, and then when you start doing this consistently, you could eventually go to the edge, which is not that hard to learn, just like going to the edge, and then when you get to the edge, you just flick off like this. This is what it'll look like in like fast time. Let me show you like a little third person point of view. And then when you get better at elevator climbing, you could eventually start using 2 hands for it. I don't mean like putting 2 hands in the wall. I don't know how to do that yet. But like, yeah, I don't know how to do like the 2 hands in the wall thing. But basically, if you put what I just showed you, so if you put what I just showed you or like if you do what I just showed you, you can also add, so I hit. Okay, so I hit. So I hit with the hand behind the wall, and then I hit with the hand on my side of the wall. And then eventually, you can go up the walls really fast. Like just this. Let's move right on to branching. It can become a really advanced technique when you're later in game. So just simple branching just looks like this. It's just going back and forth from branch to branch. If you want to practice, you could just like go up to like a random branch and then just start like slowly branching off of that. A way that I practice branching really easily is I just stayed in like this middle part, and I learned the layout of all of these branches so that I rarely ever fall on the ground. Like this. This is, look. So from all the practice that I've done on branching just in this middle area, I can move pretty fast. And I will rarely ever hit the ground because I know the layout of most of these branches. I don't know the layout of all of them, but I know the layout of most of them, including the ones over here. Like when you're in beginning basics of branching, I guess you just want to become like really good at branching. But it's not going to work like that. You just need to learn easy routes that you can work with. And there's also a type of branching technique where you just go on top of a branch and then you can spin around on the branch and launch yourself somewhere. It's not that difficult once you get good at it, which I'm not too good at it, but I think I'm almost there. The next skill I'm going to be showing is scaling. It's when you climb up a tree by only using the main trunk of the tree and the branches to climb up. This is what it'll look like in fast time. For me showing this, I'm going to be using this tree. So when you're using scaling, you pretty much have to combine all the skills you already know. So that includes kind of wall climbing, because like you need to get on top of the high branch, and then memorizing where all the branch patterns are, meaning going like this. And something that I didn't show on wall or on double walls was pinch climbing. When you're scaling, you pretty much need to put in all the information you know together, like wall running, remembering the branch patterns, and especially pinch climbing. The reason why I didn't show pinch climbing on double walls was because there's many uses for it, not including double walls. Double walls is the easiest way to learn it, but so now that we're done with branching, I'm going to be moving in to pinch climbing. The reason why I didn't show any pinch climbing before was because you can use it in various different ways, including double walls, branching, and also normal walls. So let me just show you all the ways that you can use it. So when you're using it in double walls, you're mainly just going to want to be doing this. It's really simple here. It's not difficult like at all. And it's just that. And then when you get to branching, it becomes like, it's like pretty much the same thing, except you're pinch climbing an uneven surface. Meaning you're going here, up here, and then pinch climbing to the top. This is a circle, or like circular. And then when you come to walls, you might think, how is this possible to pinch climb? When like normally pinch climb it, it's really hard. But for double wall or like for normal wall pinch climbing, you need to spread your arms out really far so that you can actually get a grip of the surface. This is harder because it just has a lot less surface area for holding like this. And this is even harder because in the middle of this route, okay, so first of all, there is a lot less space to grab than there. And also, right here, there's an uneven curve that's turning. It's really hard because it likes to throw you off to one of your sides. Well, when you get to the certain point where the turn starts. So to stop this, you just need to be like learning how each area will push you, how each area will act when you try to pinch climb it. And when you do learn that, you will eventually start learning where to push yourself, which direction to push yourself in, and which direction to just not fall. And for the last technique I'm learning is running. There's many different ways to run, like just normal running, funny running, and like I don't know what it's called. I just call it Lucio running because it's kind of like Lucioing, but this is all them in action. Just normal running, funny running. I'm not too good at funny running, so you might want to look at somebody else doing it. But it's just but this is pretty much it. And then what I do, I like to call it Lucio running. I don't know if that's the real name, but it's just just doing this. Many people do this, like most of the gorilla tag players do that, do like the Lucio running. And when you're running, you want to stay close to the ground, because when you're in the air, you have no control over your speed. But when you're on the ground, you have complete control over your speed. Especially because if I do this, that's the speed of my arm. And then if I do this, that's the speed of my wrist and my arm together. I went a little bit farther than when I just used my arm. So that's going to be the end of this video. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please hit that like and subscribe button. And bye.